I am the Dragonborn Mask. Today, I'm going to show you how I build custom mountains. So here I have my starter base home, which is kind of Asian inspired. And I really like this little area. I just wish the mountain was taller. So I decided to build it up. So here we see my grid lines that I use. And I kind of go around the outside, kind of get the shape that I want. And I'll show you how I do that. And then some of these flat spots that might look a little boring, I'll add some different colors in there. There's some different textures of stone. Maybe put some snow on the top to kind of highlight some white caps. And then some of these spots have a little pattern to them. And then I can still kind of go through and shape that up a little bit. But yeah, let me go over here and show you real quick how I do that. My a little theory of how I do that. Have a little pattern that I kind of go by. That seems to work pretty good. Makes it look pretty decent. So I'm going to have a trail going through here. That's going to wrap around the mountain and get to the very top. And I'm going to build up to level 250, or height 250. And then I'm going to build my main base house up there. So that'd be pretty neat. And then along the way, I'm going to add little lookout areas. So I'll probably add one out here. Because here you can see the mesa biome and the jungle biome. I think it's a maybe spruce, not anyway. So let's go over here to our grid lines where I last left off. I'll show you how I kind of do this. So basically every grid line I leave about 5 spots in the middle. So this line was left off around here, I believe. So I'll go over maybe 5 spots. So 1, 2, 3. Alright, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'll start building around this line here. I have this water, so I have a quick way to get back down. So each grid line, you want to see how it's shaping with your last line. And then you want to look at the direction that you're going into. So here we see the mountain is going in a little bit. So I kind of want to match that shape. So this one I'm just going to focus and get it in more. So first I'll start off with maybe a couple blocks. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then I keep looking, see how I'm doing along this line. So I can kind of keep going in. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's probably looking decent. Maybe I'll do 4, maybe 5, 6, nope, maybe 7. I think that'll be a pretty good shape. And we can see here how far I've gotten on this side. Now it looks like a lot of work, but I mean I probably only have 6 hours, maybe 4 or 6 hours, including gathering the stone. So I don't think it's too bad. And after a while, it's just kind of mindless block placing. So it's not really nothing difficult, just very repetitive, which I don't mind. So I think I want to keep going up a little. When I get to the top, I'll kind of show you the goal of all this. And as you go up, you get a really cool view. I really enjoy this little spot. You see my little tree farm in the middle there. I got all the tree colors. So each step, you want it to be kind of random. You don't want it to be matched on the other step, because it just kind of creates a pattern that you don't want. The trick is to kind of randomize it. Alright, I'm at 250. Now let's kind of block over to connect the rim here, just so we have a little walking area, a safe spot to walk up here, so we don't fall. So up here, this is the level I'm gonna kind of just run across flat at first, and then I might add a little more terrain to make it a little more interesting. But this would be my main base area, and I'll probably build a house similar style as my little starter house down there, the Asian inspired, with the red roof and the dark oak blocks and spruce. My favorite blocks. Alright, so now we have our grid line. Let's jump down. Okay, I think this is a water spot. And I'll show you how I fill in the sides. And leap of faith. Ooh, alright. Made it. Alright, so at this point I kind of just look at the outside and just kind of start filling it in. And even if you don't get it perfect at first, not a big deal. You can still kind of go back, look at it from a distance, kind of see what you like and don't like, and you can kind of slowly adjust to it. Then each spot that goes in kind of randomizes it too, so that's kind of nice. And usually the middle here, in between the two blocks, is where I kind of transition it. But sometimes you want to break that up too, so you don't get that like a block pattern too much. Which again can be rounded out, or you can add the gradients to it, different color blocks, snow, different things like that. Oop, down there. Even if you get a little block that goes out like that, that still looks kind of neat too, really. Kind of adds like a little cliff, or maybe like a little jagged rock that stuck out. So there are no mistakes when you add a block, just happy blocks. So once you get in the groove, it actually goes pretty quick. I won't build all the way to the top, but it's probably not too exciting to watch all this, but it gives you an idea of how to do it. Or at least it's kind of my pattern to give yourself a basic shape. I think it looks pretty good. It works pretty good. A lot of stone, not too bad. I actually use a silk touch pickaxe to get most of this down, but also cook a lot of it in a furnace, which gives you experience too that you can use to keep your tools going. As you can see, I got I call it the Dragon Silky. Silk touch on breaking, efficiency 5, and mending. Then I have my XP banks that I use to keep the tools going. So yeah, that's basically it. Not too bad. I'll show you what we've done so far, just to get an idea. Into the water. So yeah, so there you go. That's kind of how you build the mountainside. Then any little patterns you can kind of adjust it. I think maybe it looks a little too sharp right here or something. I mean, it looks a little boring right here. Maybe I'll round that out a little bit and just fill in the block. Or I can add more blocks to it, get the right shape that I'm looking for. Make it look a little natural as it comes down the hill here. So that's how I do it. Pretty simple, and the more you do it, you might find your own pattern that works good, but for this case, I think it's looking nice. It's kind of where I want to go with it. Then I got this white snow that I can add to maybe highlight some areas. And I'll use more transitional stones, like dorite is actually a good stone. So I could add more white to the top areas, and then blend it into dorite, blend it into like andesite. It kind of creates a nice transition into your snow caps. So yeah, I think that'll look pretty good. And that's how I build mountains. Thanks for watching.